What does the Bible say about divorce? Divorce is a sensitive and often painful topic, and when we look to the Bible for guidance, we find both wisdom and compassion. In Matthew 19:6, Jesus says, "So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." This verse shows us that marriage is a sacred covenant intended by God to be lifelong. It's not just a contract. It's a deep, spiritual union between two people, blessed by God. However, the Bible also acknowledges that in a broken world, sometimes marriages do end. In Matthew 19, verse 8, Jesus says, "Moses permitted you to divorce your wives because your hearts were hard. But it was not this way from the beginning." This shows us that divorce is allowed in cases of hardness of heart, where there is unrepentant sin or infidelity. But it was never God's ideal plan. In 1 Corinthians 7:15, Paul speaks to situations where an unbeliever may choose to leave a Christian spouse, saying, "But if the unbeliever leaves, let it be so. The brother or the sister is not bound in such circumstances." Here, we see that in situations where abandonment occurs, the Christian spouse is not bound to stay in the marriage. It's important to note that while divorce is permitted under certain circumstances, God's heart is for reconciliation, healing, and restoration. Divorce is not the unforgivable sin, but it's also not something to be taken lightly. The Bible urges us to pursue peace and forgiveness, and to seek God's will in all things, especially in relationships. If you're struggling with this issue, remember that God's grace is sufficient for healing and restoration. He desires wholeness and peace in your life, whether you are in a marriage or navigating the aftermath of one. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.